Well, the agency that normally does the investigating is about to be investigated. The Washington Post reporting that the Senate is planning to look into the CIA's actions under former President Bush. Among the things that will apparently be scrutinized, those secret CIA prisons and interrogation tactics. Joining us now on the phone is Michigan Congressman Pete Hoekstra. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks very much. Nice to speak with you on the phone anyway. The congressman is the ranking member of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence. And when you heard about these hearings that will take place in the Senate, sir, what did you think?
Well, again, number one, it's only press reports, but if they do the oversight hearings, that's perfectly appropriate, either on the Senate or on the House side, to do that kind of oversight. That's what the committees were established for. As long as it's to strengthen the oversight and the performance, of the different agencies. If it's for a witch hunt, it's exactly the wrong thing to do.
Well, that's what I'm sort of getting at, and I think that's what a lot of people are concerned about, that this is some kind of a political thing. President Obama had signaled that he wasn't really interested in going back and in doing this kind of thing. However, it appears that his fellow Democrats in Congress have another idea.
Well, Rick, if they're going to do it, they need to do it thoroughly. What does that mean? It means they need to take a look at the job and the stuff that the CIA did and what the administration folks did, but it also means that they got to go to their Senate colleagues, the people who are heading up the Senate, who are heading up the Senate Intelligence Committee, and say, what do you know? What were you told about these programs? I was briefed on, they call it the Gang of Four, the Gang of Eight, where a limited number of members of the House and the Senate are told about what's being done, and they're briefed. And after I'd gone to a number of these, I finally told the administration, take very, very detailed notes about what you are telling us so that there is a record, because what I'm finding out is that, when some of this stuff becomes public, all of a sudden you've got people that were in the same meetings that I was in having very, very different recollections of what actually transpired and what we were informed about. But the Senate needs to investigate their own leadership, because I think in many of the programs that might be investigated, they will find that their own leadership, especially of the Senate Intelligence Committee, they were fully aware and informed of what was going on.
Congressman, we're engaged in two wars. We are still under a very real threat of another terror attack. Is this the best time to be putting the CIA under the microscope and under this kind of scrutiny?
It is, if the intent is to make sure that we make the CIA work better. If it is to, like I said earlier, if it's purely to, a witch hunt to put and it's going to be a very shallow investigation to make the Bush administration or certain individuals within the administration look bad, it's not only a waste of time, it will damage the effectiveness of the CIA and make America vulnerable. A well-run, thorough, professional investigation is fine. A witch hunt is out of the question and should never be done.
A waste of time, but what about a waste of resources? Real quickly, sir, I mean, are they able to do the job that they need to do at the agency to protect us, while at the same time having to cooperate with a massive Senate investigation?
If it gets to be a massive Senate investigation, it's the resources, but it will also have a very chilling effect on the work that the men and the women in the CIA do each and every day. They're working and they're risking their lives to keep America safe. We shouldn't put them we shouldn't put them through a witch hunt.
Congressman Pete Hoekstra, Republican of Michigan. Nice to talk to you, sir. Thanks very much.
Hey, thanks.
Well, we are awaiting